middle America, the South, people have said, we're done with COVID. And what's really interesting is we're not getting cases. Are there cases around? Yes. But with all the customers that I have coming in and with all the employees I have, we are just not getting the cases. West Coast, same thing. We're not really getting the cases of my customers are in the restaurants. But remember, in the city of L.A. and L.A. County, we're still not open. We're having the patio. At least in New York, we're open 25%, but there are no customers. It is extremely slow because this is convention season. Your leisure guest is done. They're not traveling on vacations. The kids are in school. But you know what? There's no conferences. There's no people visiting. There's no bankers flying around. You go look at all your banking companies that we all know. They don't have any entertainment expense. They're all making a lot of money.
Well, that actually is an interesting way to look at some of the quarters that they've just posted, Tilman. Their expenses are down. Their profits are up. They
don't want to tell you that.
Restaurant business. Yeah, I'm sure. But you guys are feeling it. I mean, it's a good reminder. Like this is the food chain of how this all works. So, you know, in some places where we have seen case counts going back up, that includes the Northeast, you know, New Jersey is kind of seeing a resurgence. They're talking about, again, just starting to talk about maybe dialing things back a little bit. Now, it's hard to dial back from a low level, but, you know, those are still the conversations that are out there. What happens if we see people kind of saying, we're not ready to take that next step, or maybe we need to think about kind of reimposing some limits here on dining?
Well, in the Northeast, I just don't think you can do any worse than only being opening up 25% of your restaurant. I mean, right there, you know, in Midtown where I have these huge restaurants, Martin's, Mastro's, Del Frisco's, the Strip House, Bubba Gump on Times Square. These are monstrous restaurants. People aren't even sitting next to each other at 25% occupancy. And so there is no threat. That our employees are not getting it, and our customers aren't getting it. I just don't see how you could cut it back any more than that, Kelly, because then you're back to a full-blown shutdown, and you have to lay off everybody again. And at some point, you've got to worry about the mental health of America.
Mm-hmm. Well, so let me pivot and ask you, Tilman, with a couple of weeks to go until the election, I think you are anticipating a blue wave outcome. Is that right?
Well, you know, I just look at the polls, and I'm looking at all the absentee ballots right now, and all the mail-in, and it's 2-1 Democrats. And you know, I've always tried just to be a realist, and that's what it looks like. I always prefer a divided country where you have, you know, at least the House or the Senate belongs to one party and the presidency the other, because that's really what I think makes life better for everybody. But it looks a little scary right now that one party is going to have all three, the House, the Senate, and the presidency. But, you know, we'll wait and see. Is it going to affect business? Definitely. If the Democrats get all, I really feel sorry for minimum wage, hourly people, because so many are going to get laid off because they're going to try to raise the minimum wage where restaurants and fast service cannot compete. They'll try to take away the tip credit where you have waiters that make hundreds of dollars a night, but they want them to make the same amount as somebody in the kitchen. That is truly unfair. So if I see hundreds and thousands and millions of jobs go away, honestly, if they win the House, the Senate, and the administration.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.